Merry Christmas, SLHL. I hope everyone's having a great time. Today, we have a special guest on today.
He's a former champion, former teammate of mine, 3-point record holder within a game. Welcome to the show, Brody Buckmeier.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Brought us a little sparkling cider, 100% juice, by the way.
Let's crack that baby open.
Yep, you say.
Hey, cheers.
Brody. All right, my first question for you, Brody. What was your favorite moment or best moment from the SLHL so far?
I would say season 1. We just beat the Phoenix, and the whole team had about 6 to 8 points.
Oh, was this a regular season, right?
They got regular season.
Yeah.
First game against the Phoenix. Phoenix were one-dimensional with just Lukey, so pretty much shut down Lukey, and that won us the game. Good team performance, and kind of sparked the season for us.
Yep.
I think it really set the tone for that championship team. We really came together as a team, and we gelled well. We played off the charts that game.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that was one game where everybody shot, everybody wanted to win. Even though there was some games towards the end of the season that didn't happen.
Wait, was Chuck the captain still, or was that you?
I was the captain.
Okay, I thought Chuck was captain first to start off that season.
No, wait.
Well, I think he was he?
No,
I
he was.
was.
Chuck was
Yeah,
first pick. Chuck was first pick, and we were thinking about switching. But
Because we didn't want Zeke to have first
Yeah.
or last back-to-back picks.
Yeah, we kind of gatekeep him out of that, but that's fine. So, what, you guys had the second or first seed coming to that season towards the
Oh,
I
playoffs?
believe second.
Did we? I think it
Because
was.
Nighthawks had a
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nighthawks.
Well, Nighthawks played a doubleheader, and they
Well,
they
what
won the
that
last. They won the last regular season game, and then
Yeah.
we had 2 playoff games on that same day, and they ended up losing to the Phoenix.
You had a good game that. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably one of
Yeah.
the best games.
Yeah, I was kind of sad, bro. I had 7 points in the first half, and then I just had only one after. I just didn't get the ball fed. I was very deprived. No, deprived not the word. Depressed.
Yes.
And I told him, I was like, hey, I'll be back next year, and I won the chip next year, so that's pretty good. Wait, so what was your guys' playoff road to get the chip?
We started off. Bandits lost to Barbs, so we played the Barbs.
Yep.
We beat the Barbs by only a few
2
points.
Oh, yeah, that was
And
yeah.
Zeke will still to this day really hang on about how he should have won
Bam.
that because the Bam
Messed up score.
messed up.
I don't think he
I don't
did.
think-
I believe he still won.
I rewatched the game. I think, looking back, I think he did mess up score, but he recounted and made it right later on. So I don't think it really affected anything really at all. But
Yeah, I would agree.
so you guys played Barbs, you beat up, then you're on the chip game
Against the Phoenix.
4. I think they're 4 seed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Were you guys
they beat the Nighthawks.
Yeah, that was a crazy upset for our team. We were kind of sad about that. But were you guys expecting to play us again, or?
I was expecting to play the Nighthawks.
Yeah.
But Nighthawks had that doubleheader, so it's tough to play back to back in the same day. So.
I remember watching that game where you guys lost. I'm like, dang, because that's a really good team that I want to play again. But at the same time, the road to the chip just got easy.
Yeah, because our opening game of SLHL was against the Nighthawks.
I think that's
Top
one of the
3
best.
games.
I think that's top 3
Yeah.
game all time.
I would agree.
I wish we had that recorded. It was just the nostalgia behind that. It'd be first ever game. That's probably one of the highest games ever.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right. What was the hardest obstacle for you personally in winning that chip? What was in the way?
I'm gonna go straight to Chuck on this one. Chuck was the reason that let's say I didn't perform in the finals, we lose in the playoffs or in the finals.
Yeah, you had a historic. Well, how much points would that be in current?
40.
Yeah,
40,
I think I
44.
had 21, so I think it was
42.
42 in current, and then Chai. What does Chai have now? 43, I think.
Yeah,
44.
yeah. So he beat my record, but that wasn't anything I cared too much about.
Yeah.
I just think Chuck was really what held us back. If I didn't perform, Nolan would have had to step up, and with just Chuck not shooting the ball, I think that was just huge. Kind of made me and Nolan mad. There was a couple half times where we just pretty much said that we got to go and score because Chuck wasn't going to shoot the ball.
Yeah, there's games like that. While I was on the Nighthawks, where we would we'd be up by a lot. That was a major problem first season. We'd be up by a lot of points, and then Second half came out, we would be hucking threes for no reason. Like I should never be shooting threes. I'm not a shooter, and we'd be hucking threes and Vince would get mad. So that's never a good thing. Oh yeah, you being like the smallest captain. I don't want to. You don't play basketball no more.
No.
So how do you basically like show up to the other competition who play basketball still?
I think drafting the right way is good. I think a lot of my teams have always had good chemistry. Last year or in season 2, it's tough to get that chemistry going with the Weinman and Simon because Simon missed a lot of games.
Yeah.
But I do think season 1 our chemistry was great. Except for, the finals when Chuck decided to change
Nolan was hooking up threes too.
I was.
End of that game, Nolan didn't.
Yeah, but I think you guys are like up by enough for like.
Yeah, I think it was 10
didn't
to
matter.
20, like 4 at that point.
Yeah. So.
It was pretty big blowout there, and then so you shot what percentage that game? It was like had to be pretty high.
I had 9 threes.
Yeah, you were not missing.
So
I think you hold.
I think I started off like with 3 misses, and then after that, kind of just everything was falling.
Yeah, that second game wasn't really a game after like the
Oh, I know.
first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was just watching. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's just not missing. I'm like, I don't know how you guard that, something like that. You just hope and pray to miss.
It's kind of like Curry, like there's not gonna be another one like him.
And then-
Obviously, Brody's a little bit different.
Yeah, what's your like go-to celebration? You just like heat it out there. What do you hit him with?
I don't really hit him with anything.
Not big.
I,
Like
you
trash
do.
talker?
I think you do. You hit him with a little sometimes.
I'm more of like the trash talk, but I don't do it loud. Just kind of let it out after the bucket. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. I like just celebrating with the teammates.
So have you watched the first episode of podcast Ed, probably
Yeah.
LJ?
Yeah.
So LJ has declared himself as the best shooter,
Yeah,
probably
that's
most close.
crazy talk.
And so we talked about confidence is like key. So his confidence here, your confidence, like I think your confidence is more around like, when to stop shooting, but like when you're hot, you keep shooting. Like LJ, he shoots no matter what. He thinks that's confidence. So what do you think is like a better like side of confidence?
Well, I think it showed my type of way I'm playing is, season 2, when I really couldn't get anything to fall all season and just kind of put the game in Weinman's hands, and he did as good as he could. I should have put up a better effort with Weinman because I feel like that was a championship level team. I don't know if it was a winning team, but it was a championship level team. Simon played great defense, so I don't know. I feel like that there's a difference where, just noticing when it's not your time to take the shot and compared to when it is.
What do you think went into like that season 2 slump that you had? Was it just couldn't connect with teammates or confidence or what?
I don't really know. I feel like I had it in me and probably was just, I don't know, less games. During the spring we played a lot of games and it was in a short period of time. It was a game a week at least.
Yeah.
Was it? Do we play more games that season or less?
And summer is just like you're doing like football stuff. You're doing there's people doing everything, so it's tough to find games and.
People are usually like tired or like just busy.
Exactly.
Are we doing another summer? I don't think we're doing another.
No, I don't think we will.
I don't think people want to, but
it might be something that we kind of just do like expedition games.
Games.
We will be having winter games this winter on
it will be December 29th on Sunday, 4 to 7 p.m. We're gonna have games, a 1v1 tournament, a 3v3 round robin sort of thing, and survivor games. We'll explain all this later in a later Instagram post. And we'll have a winter SLHL games MVP. So stay tuned to that stream. It'll be a banger. It'll be like great times out there.
All right, back to the real questions. What is holding back like each non-winning team from winning a chip, like the Bandits, for example?
So
I think it's like I kind of talked about this earlier. Having that good draft that gets like not only having good talent but a good chemistry within your team. I don't think the Phoenix have ever had like great chemistry.
No.
Like there's no way Lukey and Chuck should not win the finals.
I personally think Lukey's maybe the worst.
I think still Carson. Back we saying about good drafting.
I don't know, but Carson can really get his team to play.
I think it'll depend after this year.
Yeah.
Because Carson's only had 1 year as captain and he had Brock, so that's a good team.
He did have Billings though. I mean, he's a bucket sometimes.
If Billings can find a stroke, as we know, might be some Billings on the Geckos coming up next year. But Yeah, if Billings can find a shot, I think it'll be great.
What's the matter?
So Carson, I think he can be way better. Like when you guys watch him on the bar, when he was subbing for the Bars, if people don't know, he subbed on the Bars before he even like came into the league. And I think him subbing at Bars, he played way better than he does now. I don't know what happened. It was like maybe like pressure of being a captain, but like he plays so much more like free will on that Bars team.
I would agree. And first of all, terrible captain decision by the trade that he made.
Oh
Anybody who's smart would not give the first pick to Zeke. So
yeah, especially when you're a taller guy, you can get Chuck or Brock, and you just catch lob and stuff from like Chuck.
Exactly.
Most dominant player in the league, and we're giving him the first overall pick.
Yeah, terrible trade. Should have gotten more out of
Well,
it. If that's what he wanted.
I think his idea was he didn't want the exact same team again.
Well, he could have gone Chuck.
No, he said he was gonna do the exact same team.
No,
again.
he wasn't. He said he was gonna do like an all defense team, so then he could score all the points and like win MVP.
He shoots 2 minutes in like middies. He should be driving like every single
he's
bucket.
unstoppable.
Well, like you said with the Barbs, he was almost better when he was a 2.
Yeah.
And if he would have gotten Chuck, then he could have maybe just went and done that
Yeah.
2 role, even though he might be better than Chuck. I don't know.
Yeah. When we say like draft, I think that's like one of the most important things. Like drafting a good team, like knowing the players. Like season 1, I think that's what it came to. Like, cause Vince found me late on and found LJ second round. We all had that great chemistry. Then you got Chuck and Nolan. And Nolan was probably like one of the biggest gems in this SLHL season.
Exactly.
Having no basketball
I think
experience.
exactly. You know, nobody ever really knew what Nolan was gonna be like, and I was looking for a good defender that could, like stick his nose in there. And I thought Nolan was a great choice there.
Yeah, he definitely was. So wait, so we have season 3 coming up. Yep. And what picks do you have? Yeah.
I got picks 9 and 10.
Yeah, explain how you got it. How did you get there?
So my thought process was, obviously I want to play with my cousin. So I'm thinking in our final season of SLHL season 4, try and find a way and get that first pick.
Who's your cousin?
Brock.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Never do that.
Oh.
I actually never do that.
So trying to find a team with them, but do it without tanking. And a lot of people are thinking that I'm gonna be tanking.
Yeah, that's why I said last time. I kind of said you're Elspeth for tanking because like I think it's kind of obvious you're tanking.
But it's not, because you'll wait and see what this team's like.
You're drafting 2 second-round players.
This will be a great team.
Will this be the first ever?
It will.
No.
You're cut off the slump here and you're drafting 2
Are
second
you
rounders.
saying you'll be a top 3 team in the league?
No.
No?
I'm saying a team that nobody wants to play in the playoffs.
Oh, you're gonna get hot late and
that's your plan?
Kind of like last year's Nighthawks, like me, Vincent, LJ.
The last second trade.
That was a terrible team.
I think that was a good team.
It was a terrible
We didn't win another game in the regular season, but you look at the playoffs, we were underdogs in the first game, underdogs in the second game, and we almost won the chip.
I think we're yeah, that was a great game, but like I think the Bars were underdogs in that chip
I don't know.
game.
You guys were the 1 seed, so.
Yeah, but like people say it was like a false 1 seed because we always had subs coming in and out of our team, but we really were down. I don't think being for a chip. Yeah, I don't think that was my favorite game of all time. I think I don't know.
Well,
down
it was just showing like just how the season kind of went because no one was able to make it to the game.
Yeah.
And on top of it, it was tough to find times for
and I just
it was
didn't
a 1 game finals instead of the best of 3.
Like Zeke said on the last episode, we were pressured into it, like football starting like the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then my other question is, we talk about subs. Do you think subs should be allowed in the playoffs, or should like the full team?
The full team should always be playing, and I think it was tough during that time, like we talked about, but definitely the full team. I mean, there's no way a team should get an advantage for having a sub. So.
I mean, the Barbs did play a team of like Billings, Karsten, and I think Simon.
But I think because I was supposed to play the Bandits, right?
No, the Mambas.
Mambas.
Because they beat the Geckos, who I thought were gonna win, and maybe upset you guys.
We played the Mambas, and it was one of those games where, like, I thought that we played good enough, but Chite just played better. And then when Baby B and Swan got their shots or chances to make shots, they did. So.
Yeah, former league member Swan. We're looking for a new one, so I think we're down to like 2 or 3 more, but who do you think?
I'm thinking it'll be Jack Owen. You know, I'm thinking that he's a perfect fit for the league. He's got some height, and he also, you know, I don't know. I think
we don't
he
know
can
what
change
he's
up the
gonna be
league.
like.
So take a little break from all this SLHL talk. We're gonna go to a little Christmas segment here. We're gonna go around and say our top 3 favorite Christmas movies. So, would you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start us off. First, we're gonna go number 3. We're gonna go Elf. It's just a classic.
Great movie.
You know, obviously one that lots of people like. Number 2, I'm gonna go Home Alone 1. Home Alone is a great series. I'd almost go Home Alone 2 up there, because like Home Alone 1 and 2 are best 2 like Christmas movies combined.
Yeah.
And then number 1 is Christmas Vacation.
Yeah,
That's without a doubt. Gotta love Christmas Vacation.
So I'm not a huge Christmas movie watcher, but the one I do watch, I do enjoy. At number 3, it's like a mix of like Halloween and Christmas. I kind of like this, the Jack Skeleton dude. And I'm gonna put at number 3, Nightmare Before Christmas. I like the Jack Skeleton dude and the Boogeyman. I think it's a pretty cool story they got going in that one. Pretty good movie. Yeah. At number 2, we got Daddy's Home 2, another classic. It's a very funny movie. Really enjoy it. Yeah. My final one is a classic. Everyone probably knows this one. Elf. Love that one. Elf is classical.
That's on mine too. It actually is number 3, and I think my list is the same as Brody's. I've Elf 3. I like how it's just this guy who's never really been in the real world, who's an elf, and he gets brought in the real world and doesn't know how to act. Just a goofy guy. Then I have to go Home Alone. Just saw it recently for the first time. It's a pretty good movie. Yeah, pretty good movie. But my number 1, obviously, Christmas Vacation. It's hilarious. The Griswolds never miss.
I don't think I've seen like a full Christmas Vacation movie. Like, I don't think I've seen like actually a full like watch through of it.
We'll have to do that later.
Yes, indeed. Well, back in SLHL topics. Coming this season, there's a lot of people trying to prove themselves, especially like when what's it called? We got a new SLHL 2K system, which caused a lot of controversy around the league, getting people angry at each other and stuff. So we're basically gonna go around and basically like see who we're looking forward to the most and like who's gonna be the most underrated player coming in this season.
I got 3 guys really on my radar, but we'll narrow it down to 1 just for this episode. I'm looking forward to watching Earl go to work.
Earl.
You know, he's
Earl.
been on the Barbs, and I'm really looking forward to
New
being on a
environment.
different team.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting to see Earl in a different environment. Really see Barbs was just meant for him, or see how he can like improve like a different system.
Exactly.
I don't know how that's gonna. Who's he like projected to go like?
Well, maybe he'll end up in a Geckos jersey.
So you'll take him?
Do Earl and Billings?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to
Like
see.
an OG Barbs kind
Yeah.
of.
So I'm hoping that Baby B falls to me. I don't know if that will be. What
I think
happens.
he might.
You might.
We'll see what happens after that. So
You got any players you think coming this season are the most underrated?
Yeah, mine is Simon. He won Defensive Player of the Year, but
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
way he finished the season, especially missing all that time,
Mhm.
I think in my opinion, I'm excited to see what he can do on the defensive side of the ball, wherever he lands. So that's mine.
I think the player I'm most excited to see coming this season, I think is Chase Klinger. So I've been talking to a lot to him this year. We've been talking about SLHL. He said he's been in the lab lately. So
Yeah.
So hopefully this upcoming winter games, a lot of guys can like prove what they've been doing in the off season and stuff. Like I'm hoping like maybe I could even win that 1v1 tournament. So that would be awesome.
yeah, the 1v1 tournament will be interesting. I think you know, with the format that I think we're gonna be holding, I think it will be randomized just for the first 2 rounds, completely random. And then once we get to our final 4, I think we're gonna be using 2K ratings to seed them.
Actually,
Yeah, that's what me and Ryan talking
That's
about.
what me and Jan were talking about. I think that'd be kind of fun. So
So it's not completely just get screwed over
Yeah.
first round by some like
Exactly.
We're gonna play some crazy captain off of that. So going back to 2K ratings, we're gonna go over to a couple and think like we should do a little higher, lower sort of thing. We're gonna start with obviously everyone probably hates this guy. He gets hated on a lot for the league. LJ, he's at an 81.
You can write what you think his rating should be.
Yeah, we'll go around.
Can I see people around him? Okay. Yeah. Alright, I got it.
Everybody your answer?
I got LJ at a 76. That is the same overall as Baby B.
You really
wow.
you don't see a difference between the two?
I don't. Because and like I just LJ he can catch fire and he can be great for a team.
Yeah.
But I think if Baby B gets under the right system and can really see he's not just gonna shot chuck every single time. LJ, he's got that confidence, which can be good for a team, but also bad for a team. I think Braxton's just the way he plays a role in his team that he's on is much more impactful than LJ.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go simple here. I give LJ we started at 81. I give him an 80. My take on this is LJ. Right? LJ can either play as a 90 or he can play as low as a 70 overall. So I'm saying right in the middle is perfect how to describe how LJ plays. Maybe this season coming up he becomes more consistent. Maybe he can stay higher up. So yeah, that's all I got for LJ.
All right. I'm a defensive guy, obviously. Like to play defense. So that's really going to factor into mine. So I'm going to also put him in the 70s at a 78. He can shoot well, but other than that, what can he really do?
Yeah, like
he
I
doesn't
said,
play
I
defense.
completely,
he doesn't hustle
I completely agree with Jan. If LJ is hot, he's a great player. It's when he's not hot and he thinks that he can still get hot.
Yeah.
It's just not the time to be shooting, and he does. He has that confidence.
That 0 for the 3 air balls in a row, you want to stop shooting, but he continues. That can either be the greatest thing for a player or can maybe the worst thing.
Yeah, like I said, I think it also depends on the team. So.
Well, I think the next player we'll do is let's do yeah, let's do Chuck.
Let's do Chuck.
Yep, Chuck's currently a 93 right now.
Yeah,
Chuck's a 93 right now.
Really
being the highest non-captive.
I think Chuck, in my opinion, is a 91. He's not really a top player in the league. I don't think. I mean, he's been on a championship team before, but 0 points in a playoff game, as we all know. And you really don't.
Not a playoff game.
Oh, a closeout finals.
Yeah, closeout finals game. That's even more.
And he really when the lights shine the brightest, he just kind of flops for his team.
The glasses fog up.
Yeah, so that's mine.
Okay, so he's at a 91. I still think he's a 90, but my personal opinion here, maybe how I think Brock is better than Chuck. So, and Brock's a 92. So I'll put Chuck probably right at a 91. I think Brock is a better defender.
Well, let's just stop it right there because I'm gonna be putting mine at a 91 too. As much as Chuck,
Wait, do we all put him at 91?
Yep.
I think that might change in the next rankings.
A 93 to a 91. I think I'm better than Chuck. As much as Chuck, I felt like he didn't perform in the playoffs. I think he's still a good player. But he just has to kind of figure out the SLHL plays.
Yeah, I think he can play maybe see the court a little more, kind of see a bigger vision out there, and
he's got ball IQ.
Yeah, but I think he's a hack and they don't call him ever for it. I swear he'd be poking me in places I shouldn't be poked, but if they ain't calling it, I guess it works for him. We'll do one last final player.
I want 2 more.
2 more?
I'm mess with this.
Okay.
Mess with this.
You want to pick a guy in there?
Chase.
Yeah, let's go with Chase.
Okay, so Chase is currently at a 70 overall, and
I think I'm gonna be moving Chase up. Chase will be moved up to 73, but I'm also moving Earl up to 74. I think Earl's got just a little bit more talent, but Chase's improvement since season 1 has been crazy.
I think he had a legacy game against the Barbs.
yeah, first game of the season.
And the defense of Chase like he's personally someone I never want to be guarded by.
No.
He's a great defender. You know, lots of people like think he's a hack. I think he has times, but that's just it, how good of a defender he is and how much he wants to play good defense. So I got a 73. That's 3 overall better than he was first place at.
I'm gonna give him give him a 72 here. I think that legacy game really showed like his potential, really what he can really go for. So if he can show more of that, I think it was a 15, 16 point game he had, something like that. If he can show more of that in the future on other teams, that would raise his draft stock and maybe give him more opportunities to shoot and like show what he's really made of. So 72, but in the future it may go higher. I'm really rooting for this Chase guy upcoming season.
All right. Defense wins championships, and I've seen the work Chase has put in the off season. So with that being said, 75. This guy has been putting in the work this offseason. I've seen it firsthand.
Yep, 2K.
I think
2K. Yep.
I think big, 2K. I think this guy's gonna have a big season. And then one more, you said?
Yeah, more.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh,
Give him a rating.
Yeah, give him a rating. What we think Jack
Jack
Owens,
Owens.
coming to the league, what he'll be.
If he did.
who's the bottom right now?
Billings at a 66.
Okay, I feel like
Billings,
I feel like Billings is better than him, and I feel like 66 is kind of crazy for Billings. But I'm gonna put Jack Owen at 66 because
Jack
we haven't seen
Owen?
him yet.
That is 66.
We haven't seen him yet. We don't know what he's gonna
So
be.
you're saying he's as good as Billings, you think?
We don't know what he's gonna be.
He's getting the rookie numbers.
Yeah, he's getting the
Just
rookie
like in
number.
Madden and 2K.
Yeah, we do him dirty.
Okay. So I'm gonna be real here.
I've
I
never seen him
think
play.
he's already better than 5 guys in the league already. And based on the ratings we have, I would give him an 80. I'll give him 80 overall. I'm giving this man an 80 overall to start. Because, okay,
That is 1 overall lower than LJ.
Okay.
And 4 overalls better than Baby B.
I know
Oh
for a
my
fact
God.
this guy can already play better defense than Baby B and LJ. I've never seen this guy play offense though. But if he has some sort of offensive talent, he's gonna be better than LJ. If LJ's an 80,
Oh my
if LJ can
God.
be an 81, I bet this Jack Owens guy can be somewhere up there, need higher ceiling. He's a tall guy. He can have something going for him.
Wow.
So, kind of going back, you know, I said I'd move LJ down to a 76 with Braxton. Honestly, I think I'd move both of them up to 80s, and then I'd put Jack Owen in between them and Carson. I think I'm giving Jack Owen a 78. So, like I said, that'd be LJ and Braxton at 80, Jack Owen at a 78. He's got the height. I'm sure he can play defense. Is he gonna get babied by some of the bigger guys? Yes, but everybody does. So I think he fits at right about a 78.
Yeah, I think his ceiling's really high, but I think he's always injured. I saw him in like a boot earlier in the year to this year. I'm like,
Yeah, hopefully he's back. Otherwise, we may be seeing OP.
Yeah. All right, Brody, you're no stranger to good games. And the league really has some good games, and between 2 good teams. But what do you think like the best rivalry in the league is?
So each season, like I don't know, you can say like
No,
all
you
time,
could
yeah.
probably say all time.
You know, that's a tough question. I'm gonna turn that over to you guys. What do you guys?
I really think it's Nighthawks and Geckos. Geckos. Holy
Yeah.
moly. Yeah, I think it's Nighthawks and Geckos. I think from that season 1 opening night to like they split that series.
Yeah.
And then everyone took them to have an awesome playoff match, but it didn't obviously happen because Phoenix upset Nighthawks. But then carrying on, Geckos and Nighthawks still had a good.
I think that was a like 4-point game.
I think they split there too, I'm pretty sure, right? Or did they?
No, I think we only played 1 game.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Who won that?
I believe the Nighthawks won, but it wasn't by a whole lot.
There's a couple games that aren't necessarily rivalries, but games that I just like a lot. And it goes straight to Simon's team. Simon, Geckos versus, I believe it was Mambas. and it was Simon's like first game back of the year, and he clamped up Chase.
Yep.
It was a great game. I think that was a great game, and I don't know if Simon played this game, but obviously the best game in Bandits history, and I think in SLHL.
Oh,
history goes to Bandits Phoenix.
Chase game winner.
Yep. Bandits don't get a win all year.
That's what Karsten was playing.
That point.
It was Karsten, Swan, and Chase.
Yep.
Tommy was on his knees after that win, just crying.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was crying because he wanted a higher draft pick or
because he won a game.
I would love to see
but
Tommy
after
back.
that, he retired.
I'd love to see Tommy back for a sub or something.
Yeah, just for
super fun.
maybe expedition game this
Mine?
winter, maybe.
Tommy coming to winter games.
Oh, maybe.
My rivalry would probably be it's hard. Like Bandits Barbs for some reason is kind of like always close.
Bandits Barbs. Yeah, I can see that.
Like that season 1, it was a lot closer than it probably should have been, and then season 2 was probably still a lot closer than it should have been. And I don't know, I just find them entertaining all the times with like
Billy slipping. Billy slipping was a pretty funny moment.
Yeah.
No, Earl when he slid under the fence.
Yeah, Barbs always has some funny clip bar moments, but like that Billy slipping on the ground, that was pretty
In the rain?
comical. Yeah, in the rain. Just slipped, really a little cartoon kid, like a little banana peel, just slipped right under it.
I agree. Super funny moment.
Oh, there's been a lot of like rule changes proposed for the next season, and one of them is like refs, how we like deal with that. You think we should have players ref? Should we have real refs ref? Volunteers?
I don't see a problem in players reffing. I think it's the amount of refs that we need. Yeah, there should never be a game played with just one ref.
Or maybe
or
even less
even
than
two. But I think you need 2, and 3 would be good. There's a lot of controversy, but I feel like lots of people just kind of forget about it after, it might be heated after the game, but within a day, everybody kind of just forgets about it and moves on.
Is there a rule change that you want to see? Like, I think a shot clock might be implemented.
I would like a shot clock. Like, if we did a shot clock, what time would you guys want on it?
I think 18. It is a smaller court, but
I think it's tough because that'd be awesome, but I don't know. It's tough for people to show up to games in the first place, and then we need someone to run the shot clock and then count it down. Or
the score guy can do that. The score guy can do that.
but then you have the ball, and they forget to count the shot clock and
reset it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really necessary.
But one thing that I'd love to do, I would love to do something within the corners of the courts, make a 4-point line. So now the 4-point line wouldn't go all the way around the court.
Oh,
it's in the deep corners.
Yeah.
That's about literally a foot big, and all you need is a foot touching the 4-point line to shoot from there, and there's 4 points. So not necessarily anything that you got to be behind, but I don't think people think that it's an easy shot. Like Karsten from like that deep corner, it's a tough shot. It's a big difference in distance. So.
Yeah, so basically a 3-point contest. Who won that 3-point contest? Was that
Chuck did.
Chuck did.
Yeah.
He comes second.
So that's why he'd be on my top 3 for shooters.
Yeah.
He might not shoot in the game, and I got a lot of hate for him, but he's a good shooter. I got me up there, and then honestly, the last place goes to whoever's on. Like there's times Vince is super hot. There's times Trey is super hot. So I don't know, Lukey for sure.
So going back to rivalries and stuff, is there ever a one-on-one rivalry you have with a person,
play like a
you always look
like
for
a Magic versus Bird kind of thing?
Yeah, someone you're always looking forward to play against.
I always look forward to playing Lukey.
Why is that?
I just think he's the worst captain.
No shade.
That is all shade right
no
there.
Shade, as he says he's the worst.
I don't know. I think Lukey is such a good player. So when you're going up against him, you need to put one on him, and then you need everybody crashing the boards. There's the amount of times Lukey shoots a floater, misses, gets his own rebound, scores again, is crazy. It's almost how he gets 50% of his points, it seems like. So I feel like I'm always looking up to that matchup because you can't slouch on defense and you can't slouch rebounding. So
Who's your favorite person to match up against?
Brody, honestly.
Brody?
I just have a lot of fun.
Fellow teammate,
Yeah.
just like
I just
clashing
have a lot
heads.
of fun with them.
Yeah, I think my favorite person to play against always is either you or Wyman. Just because I'm like close to the person, we can talk crap, and then after we get known, we
Yeah,
just still be
like,
chill
we're all
about it.
good.
We should game respects game sort of thing. Like I have a lot of respect for Nolan in the game, especially after that Nighthawks loss he had in the chip. Even though their team might have like won that one of the biggest like comebacks to let it happen. Even though that happened, he's the only one who stayed there the entire time and congratulated our team. So that takes a lot of. Yeah, Billings is messing around behind the camera right
Yeah, he's
now.
been-
Why we're laughing for no reason. Yeah, so it takes a lot of respect out of Nolan to do that. Just stay in the game and congratulate, even though they didn't win, because he's tasted the championship before, so he knows what the other team may feel like. So that's a lot of respect towards Nolan right there.
I think going with that, season 3 will be a fun one for
Oh, yeah.
whoever wins because, obviously, like right, Zeke has good odds. Zeke wins. He's the first one to have 2 rings. You know, Nolan maybe on the Mambas, he could be the first one to get 2
I don't
rings.
think I'll fall in the Mamba.
Maybe Jan on the Mambas.
Me, Brock, Chelsea families.
So,
Oh
I
my
don't know.
gosh. Yeah.
I think there's a good way that we have a 2-time champ. by the end of the
Oh
season.
yeah, I think no matter what, we're gonna have a 2-time champ after this season. So going back to like 1v1s, like in your SLHL history and career, like who's been the guy who's gave you the hardest time to play a game, like who's like shut you down the most?
I don't know. I always I feel like a lot of my buckets come off screens. So I like getting my screens, and when they want to go under screen, then some barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken from there.
I would say yours is Vince. Because
No, I'll go. So when I played Simon,
Oh.
great defender. Nolan, great defender.
The non-basketball players.
Shades.
Yeah.
They get the
non-basketball
non-basketball players. They give them a hard
they're
time.
Yes, they're always physical. You want to call a foul on them, but you know this happens with everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's good defense. So I think obviously Vince is a good defender. But
I think the person who's giving me the hardest time to guard, or not to guard, but who's guarded me, who's giving me the hardest time to play a game, I think it would be Nolan during first game of the season. I think I had like 4 points first season, so like in current game that'll be 8 points only. So I think he's giving the hardest time just because of the physicality. Yeah, I think when me and Nolan play, we'll just butt heads, but like a good way. We respect each other's game.
Competitive
Yeah.
edge.
We just know each other's game too well, so we all see each other's shots coming. So it's a great time always when we play each other.
Nolan, you got something?
Who just gives you the hardest time out there?
Probably Chase. He's a lot like me on playing defense. Like he's right up in your face. Hard to get a shot off. So very physical.
Very physical indeed. So season 3, what would be second last season then, right?
Yeah.
For
Well,
us.
For us,
anyways. I don't see us maybe if some way after, I don't know, it's gonna be tough to do in the summer because then all the juniors or the sophomores right now when they're juniors and they still have another year of football, it'll be tough for them. But who knows? Maybe we sneak in a season 5.
Yeah.
If we could, but it'd be tough.
What do you think we're doing draft?
I think
April.
right after basketball ends. So
It should be fun. I'm looking forward to season 3.
Season 3 is about to be about a lot of bangers.
I think it'll be our best season yet.
You think so?
And you have an edit coming out for that.
Yeah. So sometime before draft or during the draft, we're gonna have a big hype video that's gonna come out. It's gonna be pretty awesome. So I think this wraps up our episode.
Thank you.
Been a
Thanks
great
for
one. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming. So we're really seeing future things to know about. We have that winter game coming up December 29th, Sunday, 4 to 7 p.m. We also have a hype video coming out for the season 3 trailer, and then we may be releasing some future merch at the winter game. So stay tuned to that. And happy holidays, and thank you for staying in the loop with Stewie Hoop.
Alright. Why do we keep on backing up? Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, right here.
dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail, making spirits bright. How fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!